everyone, and welcome back to the vlog. My name is Kaley Gray, and I'm making weekly videos every Friday, so if you have not subscribed to this channel, please hit that subscribe button below. So last week I did the truth about singleness, and this week is part 2. If you haven't watched week 1, be sure to go check that video out as well. Last week I was kind of talking about the timeline, being discouraged, and just kind of surrendering that season of singleness over to God, even though I felt like I wanted to be in a different season than I am right now. And after learning to have that contentment and having that joy, it's been so funny because there have been countless times that I have had people ask me, do you even want to date anybody? Like, do you even want to be in the next season of life? And I'm almost like thrown back by them asking me this question because I'm like, well, of course I do. Like, I definitely want to find someone and build that life with them, but I'm not gonna just complain and mope and just be an Eeyore when I'm single. Like, of course I'm gonna have fun. Because they would tell me, they're like, you just look like you're having so much fun being single. And I think everybody should be having so much fun being single. And that's something that I hope my future husband is doing. I hope that he's having fun being single, because it would not be a good life if you are just like waiting for stuff to happen until you find that significant other. And so that's why I have found so much joy in what I'm doing now, that I think I kind of shock people when they're like, are you sure you want to be in that next season? But something I've learned over these years is a guy doesn't define who I am. He doesn't fix me. He doesn't complete me. Yes, we're going to be better together, but until then, I can keep pursuing the dreams that I have. I can be traveling. I can be doing all types of things. And I don't have to be defined by him, because I know that's a question like a lot of people get asked. They're like, oh, are you dating somebody? And to be honest, I will ask people, I'm like, oh, are you dating somebody? But being in a relationship and having that other person, it doesn't define who we are. Like, our relationship with Christ, that defines who we are. And yes, I am excited about that next season of life, but until then, I'm just gonna keep pursuing the dreams that God puts in my heart, so that someday when my significant other does come along, we can be doing them together. But until then, I'm just gonna keep having fun and just keep living life as a single. That's what I want to encourage you, is because I feel like there's so many times that singles, they don't think that they can have fun and joy and contentment in the season they're in. And I feel like sometimes when we use the word contentment, we feel like we're almost settling for that season. At least I felt like when I would say, oh, I'm content being single, I was like, God, if it's just you and me, I'm fine with it. Like, I think I'll have a good life. But I know that's not God's desire for my life, and that's not the desire in my heart that I have, because I know God's going to give us the desires of our hearts. But when we find that joy and that contentment in the season that we're living in, it's just like, I don't know, like, it's just like a weight is lifted off of your shoulders and you're okay. And yes, sometimes you have to learn to be more independent. And no, I don't like taking out the trash. I can't wait to be married someday and have a husband that takes out the trash all the time, because I personally hate that. But there's so much that you can do as a single. And so that's why I had it on my heart to do this vlog. The truth about singleness is that just because you're single, it doesn't mean that you can't pursue the dreams and desires that God has on your heart. You don't have to wait for that guy to come along or that girl to come along. You can do them right now. And so that's why I want to encourage you. Like, yes, you might be feeling discouraged at times, or you might be contentment, or maybe you're like, I never want to get married. But in this season, learn to have fun and just to prepare yourself for what is yet to come, because it's going to be amazing. And I know as a single, we all hate that phrase, well, it's gonna be worth the wait in the end. And honestly, I have seen that statement come true with so many of my friends that I know that when I meet my person, it is going to be worth it in the end. But until then, I'm going to have joy. I'm going to have that contentment, and I'm going to keep pursuing those dreams that I have. And so I hope that this vlog encourages you, whether you're single, whether you're married, whether you have kids, that you keep living and dreaming and doing whatever it is that God places in your heart during this season of life. And don't just wait for somebody else to complete you or to finish it, but for you to just keep going on after it. I hope that you guys enjoyed part 2 of the truth of singleness, and I will see you guys next Friday.